In this session, we will do questions related to circular motion. So as you can see, the first question, a particle completes 6 revolutions in 4 seconds. The angular velocity in radian per second is, so what is the angular velocity? Basically, angular velocity is denoted by omega, which is equals to theta divided by time. So it is completing 6 revolutions in 4 seconds. So, but the final answer we need radian per second. So we have to convert this revolution first into radian. And we know one revolution is equals to 2 pi radian or 360 degrees. So if it is 6 revolution, then how many radians will be there? X cross multiply. So 6 multiplied by 2, 12. So it will be 12 pi radian. So the angular displacement will be 12 pi radian. And the time is given, that is 4 seconds. When we further simplify, this will 12 divided by 4, so that is equals to 3, so it will be 3 pi radian. And this 3 pi radian, because the value, what is the value of the pi? Pi is 3.14, so 3.14 multiplied by 3, that is equals to 9.42.
So B. Yeah.
So B will be the right answer. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So in this question, again it's related to circular motion. A particle of mass 0.020 kilogram is moving with an angular velocity of 3 pi radian per second around in a circle of radius 0.5. So the force in Newton is responsible for motion. So first, because the force, whenever object is moving in a circular path or circular track, the force is always directed towards the center. So the two options in which the force is directed towards the center, that is A and C. Then what is the formula which relate the angular velocity and the force? So first, the centripetal force is given by mv square over r, and we know v is equals to r omega is there. So in place of v, if we substitute r omega, so it will be f is equals to m r square omega square over r. When we simplify, so it is f is equals to m r omega square, where m is the mass, which is 0.02, r is the radius, which is 0.5, and omega, which is 3 pi. So it will be 3 pi square. So when we simplify, because all the answers we have pi, so we don't have to substitute the value of the pi here, we just have to keep. So it shows that because it will be pi square in the final answer. So when you solve 0.02 into 0.5 into 3 square, that is equals to 0.09. So it will be 0.09 pi square, which is towards the center. So C will be the right answer. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So in this question, a student is sitting on the right hand side of a bus facing the direction of a travel. So student is there inside the bus and he's sitting on the right hand side of the bus. Example here. The bus goes round a bend to the left. So bus is going in a bend round the means towards the left, to the left. The student remain in the same position within the bus. So student does not move, or student remain in the same position, and the bus is moving in a circular path. So basically, if a bus is moving in a circular path, it means there should be a resultant force which is directed towards the center. Because whenever there is a resultant force on the bus which is towards the center, and because student is inside the bus, So there should be a resultant force on the student as well, which is directed towards the center so that student can also move in a circular path with a bus. So what will be the answer? Student experience a force to the left and force to right. That's wrong. The resultant force is there to the left. That's why the student as well as the bus is able to take a circular path. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So in this question, angular speed of the earth about its axis. So we have to calculate, like, this is the earth and its axis is tilted. So we need angular speed or omega. And we know omega is equals to theta divided by time. What about angular speed, like angular displacement? Because one complete rotation, that is equals to 2 pi radian. But what about the time period? How much time Earth is taking for a one complete rotation? That is taking 24 hours. So we have to convert these hours first into minutes, multiply by 60. So which is 1440 minutes. And these minutes we have to convert into second. So multiplied by 60 again. So which is equals to 86,400 seconds are there in 24 hours. So this 2 pi divided by 86,400 seconds. And as you can see, the answer does not involve pi. So when if answer does not involve pi, then you have to substitute the value of the pi. Because sometimes the answer involves pi, so you don't have to substitute the value. So it is 2 pi divided by, so it will be 2 into 3.14 divided by 86,400. That will give the answer in radian per second. So 2 multiplied by 3.14, and that is divided by 86,400, which is equals to 7.26 into 10 to the power minus 5. So 7.26 is approximately 7.26 into 10 to the power minus 5, which is approximately equal to 7.3 into 10 to the power minus 5. So A will be the right answer. Is it clear? Discussion.
Yes, sir.
So in this question, a particle is moving in a circular path and it completes 7.5 revolutions in 9 seconds. What is the angular velocity in radian per second? So angular velocity is theta divided by time. But the angular displacement is given in revolution, so we have to convert first the revolution into radian. As we know, one revolution is equals to 2 pi radian. So if it is 7.5 revolution, then it will be x radian. So 2 pi multiplied by 7.5, so it will be 15 pi radian. That's the angular displacement, which is 15 pi radian, divided by the time. How much time it took? It took 9 seconds. So and as you can see, all the answers are in radian per second, but pi is not involved. So we have to substitute the value of the pi. So it will be 15 multiplied by 3.14 divided by 9. So 15 multiplied by 3.14 divided by 9, that's equal to 5.23 radian per second. So option B will be the right answer. Is it clear, this one?
Yes, sir.
In this question, the diagram shows a coin on horizontal surface. So the coin is placed on the horizontal surface and which is rotating at a constant angular velocity. So omega is there, which row correctly shows the direction of the friction force. So when an object is moving in a circular path, the friction force is directed towards the center and that is responsible for the centripetal force as well. So that's why D is the right answer. Is it clear? Because
Yes, sir.
whenever object move in a circular path, so there should be a resultant force acting toward the center. So friction is trying to resist the movement of this object away from the circular path, so friction is directed towards the center. So basically, in this case, the frictional force is equals to centripetal force as well. So in this question, which of the following change would require an increase in tension in the spring? So if an object is moving in a circular path, like an airplane is there, which is moving in a circular path, and it is attached by a string. So basically the tension is equal to centripetal force. And we know the formula for centripetal force, F is equals to mv square over r, or centripetal force is equals to mr omega square. So these are the factors on which the centripetal force depends. So when we check the options, decrease in angular velocity. So if we decrease the angular velocity, the centripetal force will decrease. Decrease the mass of a airplane. So if we decrease the mass, if m is decreased, the centripetal force will also decrease. Decrease the period of rotation. If we decrease the period of rotation, because we have the formula omega is equals to theta divided by t. So if we decrease this time period, the omega will increase. If omega increases, the centripetal force will also increase. That's why C is the right answer. And decreasing the speed, so if we decrease the speed, the centripetal force will also decrease. Is it clear, the first part?
Yes, sir.
Then the second one, the toy airplane makes 14 full revolution in 6 seconds. Which of the following give the omega, the angular velocity in radian per second, and all the answers are in pi. So we don't have to substitute the value of the pi. There are 14 revolutions, so one revolution is equals to 2 pi radians, so 14 revolutions will be equal to x cross multiply. So 14 multiplied by 2, so it will be 28 pi radian. So we need omega, which is equal to theta divided by t. So this is 28 pi radian divided by time is 6 seconds. So when we simplify this, but actually the answer is like 14 into 2 pi radian divided by 6. So it will be B will be the answer, because this will make 28 pi divided by 6. Is it clear, this question?
Yes, sir.
So in this question, a car of mass m drives over a circular ramp, humpback bridge of radius r with a constant speed, that is v. When it is at the top of the bridge, the force on the car from the bridge is given by. So we need the force on the car by the bridge. So basically, what happened? The weight of the car is acting downward, and because it is moving in a circular track, so centripetal force should be there at the center, to acting towards the center. And what about the normal contact force? Because when objects are in contact with each other, so normal contact force will act upward. So the resultant, because there should be a resultant force which is acting towards the center. So we can say that weight minus the normal contact force, the force from the surface, should be equal to resultant force. And what should be the resultant force in this example? The resultant force should be equal to centripetal force, which is equals to mv square over r, because the object is moving in a circular path. So we can write that weight minus r is equals to centripetal force, Fc, and we know weight is mg, so mg minus r is equals to the centripetal force. What is the centripetal force? It is mv square over r. So we need this r, because they're asking in the question, when it is at the top of the bridge, the force on the car from the bridge. So force, the normal contact force they are asking. So what about R? So it will be mg minus mv square over r, because this will move towards left and r will move towards right. So r will be equal to mg minus mv square over r. So it will be D as the right answer. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So the weight which is acting downward and the normal contact force is acting upward. So result of these two is actually the centripetal force, and we need the normal contact force from the surface. So we get this value for R, which is weight minus the centripetal force. A drum of a washing machine rotates with an angular velocity. So omega is given to us, that is 8.5 radian per second. The time to complete 10 revolution. So we have omega is equals to theta divided by t. So we need t. So it will be theta, the angular displacement divided by angular velocity. So angular velocity is already with us, that is 8.5. But what about angular displacement? That's given in revolution. So we have to convert into radian. We know one revolution is equals to 2 pi radian. So if there are 10 revolutions, then it will be x cross multiply. So 20 pi radian will be. So this will be 20 pi radian, and this is radian per second. So when we simplify, as you can see, the answer will be in second. So it will be 20 multiplied by 3.14 divided by 8.5, which is equal to 7.38. So the time it will take is 7.38 seconds, which is approximately equal to 7.4 seconds. So these answers have approximation. That's why D is the right answer. Is it clear, this question?
Yes, sir.
So in this question, a fairground roundabout which makes 8 revolution per minute. The angular velocity in radian per second. So first thing, it is 8 revolutions. So we have to convert that revolution into radian. So we know one revolution is equals to 2 pi radian. So if it is 8 revolution, then it will be x radian cross multiply. So it will be 16 pi radian. And the time is given, all the answers are in second, but time is given in minutes, so that will be equal to 60 second as we multiplied by 60. So to get omega, which is theta, theta is equals to 16 pi radian divided by time, which is equals to 60. So it will be 16 multiplied by 3.14 divided by 60. So 16 times 3.14 divided by 60, which is equals to 0.837 radian per second. So that is equivalent to 0.84. So C will be the right answer for this. So in this question, the picture is of child spinning a top. The spinning top has a diameter. The spinning top diameter is given, which is 22 centimeters. So we have to convert into meter. Divide by 100, so 0.22 meters. And it spin at a rate of 6.5 revolution per second. So this revolution per second, it should be in radian per second. The speed of a point outer edge is, so how we can work out, we have the radius r is given and omega is also given. So we have to use a formula, v is equals to r omega. So r is given 0.22, but this 6.5 revolution, when we multiply by 2 pi radian, so 6.5 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3.14, that is equals to 40.82 radian per second, and this is meter. So when we multiply them, so multiplied by 0.22, so that is equals to 8.98 meter per second. So when we say 8.98 is approximately equal to 9, so D will be the right answer for this question. And there's a small mistake here because in the question they mention a diameter, but I took a radius as, so I have to divide, because if diameter is 22, if diameter is 22, then the radius will be half of diameter, which is equals to 0.11 meter. So I should multiply by 0.1. Now when I multiply, it will come out as 4.5. Is it clear? So a small mistake can lead to a wrong answer, as I read as a diameter, but I took that as a radius. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So radius multiplied by omega will get the speed at which it is rotating. So in this question, a DVD is rotating about 570 rotation per minute, the angular velocity and omega. So first, one rotation, also one revolution, is equals to 2 pi radian. So if you have 570 rotation for this DVD, then it will have x radian, multiply, so 570 multiplied by 2, which is equals to 1140 pi radian. And time is given in minutes, so we have to convert into second, multiply by 60. So need omega, which is equals to theta divided by t. So theta is equals to 1140 pi radian. Pi is 3.14 divided by 60. So this multiplied by 60, 1140 multiplied by 3.14, and that is divided by 60. So which is having 59.66, approximately equal to 60 radians per second. So C will be the right answer. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So these are the questions related to topic, the MCQs mainly related to topic circular motion.